Master the ASVAB Part 2 Arithmetic Reasoning exam. 5 girls each ate 3 cookies from a box containing 2 dozen. What part of a dozen was left? A. 1/8, B. 1/4, C. 3/4, D. 7/8. 1/4. A woman's weekly salary is increased from $350 to $380. The percent of increase is most nearly A. 6%, B. 8.5%, C. 10%, D. 12.5%. 8.5%. A man takes out a 5,000 life insurance policy at a yearly rate of 29.62 per 1.000. What is the yearly premium? A. 90.10, B. 100,000, C. 126.10, D. 148.10. 148.10. If 2,000 is the cost of repairing 100 square yards of pavement, the cost of repairing 1 square yard is A. 20, B. 100, C. 150, D. 200. 200. A truck going at a rate of 20 miles an hour will reach a town 40 miles away in how many hours? A. 3 hours, B. 4 hours, C. 1 hour, D. 2 hours. 3 hours. 1 year the postage rate for sending 1 ounce of mail first cowses was increased from 25 cents to 29 cents. The percent of increase in the 29-cent postage rate was most nearly A. 14%, B. 16%, C. 18%, D. 20%. 14%. If a barrel has a capacity of 100 gallons, how many gallons will it contain when it is 2/5 full? A. 20, B. 40, C. 60, D. 80. 60. If a fire truck is 55 feet away from a hydrant, it is how many feet nearer to the hydrant than a truck that is 105 feet away? A. 40 feet, B. 50 feet, C. 55 feet, D. 60 feet. 50 feet. If a load of snow contains 3 tons, it will weigh how many pounds? A. 3,000, B. 1,500, C. 12,000, D. 6,000. 12,000. If an annual salary of $21,600 is increased by a bonus of $720 and by a serve increment of $1,200, the total annual pay is A. $22,320, B. $22,800, C. $23,320, D. $23,520. 23.320. If 1 kilometer is approximately 5/8 of a mile, the approximately how many miles are in 42 kilometers? A. 22, B. 26, C. 32, D. 44. 26. If 8 workers are needed to run 4 machines, how many workers are needed to run 20 machines? A. 16, B. 32, C. 36, D. 40. 40. A man owns 50 shares of stock worth $30 each. The corporation declared a dividend of 6% payable in stock. How many shares did he then own? A. 47 shares, B. 53 shares, C. 56 shares, D. 62 shares. 47 shares. How many minutes are there in one day? A. 60, B. 1.440, C. 24, D. 1,440, 60. 1,440. At the rate of 4 peaches for a half dollar, 20 peaches will cost A. 1.60, B. 2.00, C. 2.40, D. 2.50. 2.50. A car can travel 24 miles on a gallon of gasoline. How many gallons will be used on a 192-mile trip? A. 8, B. 9, C. 10, D. 11. 10. If 3 apples cost 48 cents, how many dozen apples can be bought for 3.48? A. 1, B. 1.5, C. 2, D. 5 1/3. 2. If a salary of $20,000 is subject to a 20% deduction, the net salary is A, 14,000, B, 15,500, C, 16,000, D, 18,000. 16,000. An inches on a map represents 200 miles. On the same map a distance of 375 miles is represented by A, 1½ inches, B, 1 7/8 inches, C, 2 1/4 inches, D, 2 5/6 inches. 2 1/4 inches. A pile of magazines and 4 feet high. If each magazine is 3/4 of an inches thick, the number of magazines in the pile is A, 36, B, 48, C, 64, D, 96. 64. A carpenter spent his 40-hour workweek as follows: 1/4 of his time ordering materials, 1/2 of his time doing the woodwork, and 1/8 of his time talking to customers. The rest of his time was devoted to cleanup. What is the approximate percentage of time the carpenter spent during cleanup? A, 8%, B, 10%, C, 12.5%, D, 15%. 12.5. What is the greatest number of half-pint bottles that can be filled from a 10-gallon can of milk? A, 160, B, 170, C, 16, D, 17. 17. A folding chair regularly sells for $29.50. How much money is saved if the chair is bought at a 20% discount? A, 4.80, B, 5.90, C, 6.20, D, 7.40. 5.90. My friend brought some skateboards for $1.95. He sold them for $770, making $25 profit on each skateboard. How many skateboards were there? A, 20, B, 23, C, 32, D, 36. 23. A person buys a sandwich for $4, soda for $1.25, and pie for $1.75. What is the total cost? A, 6.85, B, 6.95, C, 7.00, D, 7.15. 7.00. If a boat is towed at the rate of 4 miles per hour, how much time will be needed to tow the boat 17 miles? A, 5 hours, 15 minutes, B, 4 hours, 30 minutes, C, 4 hours, 15 minutes, D, 5 hours, 30 minutes. 4 hours, 30 minutes. How much time is there between 8:30 a.m. today and 3:15 a.m. tomorrow? A, 17 3/4 hours, B, 18 1/3 hours, C, 18 1/2 hours, D, 18 3/4 hours. 18 1/2 hours. A student deposited in his savings account the money he has saved during the week. Find the amount of his deposit if he had 10 $1 bills, 9 whole dollars, 8 quarters, 16 dimes, and 25 nickels. A, 16.20, B, 17.42, C, 18.60, D, 19.35. 19.35. A pint of milk is what part of half a gallon? A, 1/8, B, 1/4, C, 1/2, D, 1/16. 1/16. On a scale drawing a line 1/4 inch long represent a length of 1 foot. On the same drawing, what length represents 4 feet? A, 1 inch, B, 2 inches, C, 3 inches, D, 4 inches. 2 inches. On her maiden voyage the S.S. United States made the trip from New York to England in 3 days, 10 hours and 40 minutes, beating the recording set by the R.M.S. Queen Mary in 1938 by 10 hours and 2 minutes. How many did it take the Queen Mary to make the trip? A, 3 days, 20 hours, 42 minutes, B, 3 days, 15 hours, 38 minutes, C, 3 days, 12 hours, 2 minutes, D, 3 days, 8 hours, 12 minutes. 3 days, 20 hours, 42 minutes. The number of half-posted package of tea that can be made up from a box that holds of tea is A, 1B, 10 1/2, C, 20D, 20 1/2. 20 1/2.